Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom Kuntu from Shanghai, back for another Eurovision reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Snap by Rosa Linn. She's representing Armenia in Eurovision 2022 and listen, react and see how this could do in Turin. So let's kiki. As always, you can use a progress bar if you want to skip straight to my reaction. It's usually after around 4 minutes, and my predictions on whether this will qualify or not will be at the end of the video. Armenia are very strong in the competition. Now, Armenia have an interesting place in the competition. I consider them as one of the countries that are incredibly strong at Junior Eurovision. If you look at their Junior Eurovision record, they have never not been in the top 10 of Junior Eurovision. Now, you could argue that Junior Eurovision is not that hard to come top 10 in, although having said that, some countries do struggle to do well in it, and the quality of the songs is not as good. That's a pretty obvious fact. Despite that though, their package always seems like they always send a pretty good song, very well put together. We really saw that this year when they sent the song Kami Kami by Milena, which was an absolutely utterly amazing song. That whole package, I think, would have been top 10 at Eurovision. Despite that, if we look at their adult Eurovision, they don't seem to be as successful, which I find a little bit unusual. They joined the competition in 2006 and they started really strong with 5 top 10 finishes and then a non-qualification with Boom Boom, which actually I absolutely love that song from 2011. That was the boxing song that I actually really liked, that should have qualified. After that, they had 2 more top 10s out of 5 years, but then they've gone through this period now where Artsvik was 18th, and then they had 2 non-qualifications with Kami in a semi of death, in fairness, and Serbuk walking out. And then Athena couldn't go, and then they weren't able to enter the competition last year because of various reasons, which I'm sure you're aware of. So yeah, they are going through this like lull after having started the competition as absolute and utter titans, like really doing well, very much looking like they were going to be winning, and that like the first one was going to come quite quickly, just really strong. That reputation for me personally has dipped slightly, despite the fact that they've maintained their godlike status in the Junior Eurovision. Now, with such a strong entry in Junior Eurovision, I was expecting something even better for adult Eurovision this year, because really I think that your adult Eurovision song should be better than your Junior Eurovision song every year. Poland have the same problem, Georgia have the same problem as well. Now, I have to admit, that expectation, I probably don't have it as much anymore. This whole process of the Armenian song being released seems a little bit on the chaotic side. First of all, we had releases from the Armenian press saying mid-February it was going to be Rosa Linn, and then we heard that it was going to be between her and someone else. We didn't get anything details about the song or what the name of it was or the release date until very last minute. We know the song is called Snap now, but it's been released without a music video, so the whole thing is just kind of giving me vibes of slight chaos behind the scenes. Now, that's just my perception. It could be totally and utterly incorrect, but it doesn't give me massive amounts of confidence going into this. The reason I'm telling you this is, if this had been released kind of early March when a lot of the internal selections are, I would have had hyper high expectations, expecting it to be better than Kami Kami from Milena in Junior Eurovision. But now I'm kind of thinking, oh, actually, maybe this isn't, I shouldn't go into this with such high expectations. I don't really know if that's what's gonna happen. So I think that's really important context. In 13 entries, they've been in my top 10 5 times, including first place in 2016 with Armenia with Eveta Mokuchian Love Wave. So I really love them in the competition. I think they've had a very big impact very quickly. I did want to react to the music video. I can't find any information about it anywhere. I really did go trolling, looking through anywhere on a date on when the music video is released. I can't find it. The audio's been released and I don't want spoilers about it, so I'm going to do that. If the music video is released, I'm going to have to do a separate short video where I just look at the visuals in the music video, because I do like to see the both aspects together, but I don't want spoilers. I want to listen to the song as soon as I can. This is Rosa Linn singing Snap, One and Number Secret Bang. Please be good, please be good. Ooh, straight into it. Ooh, okay. It's a country sound. Okay. Singer-songwriter vibes. Come on, Rosa Linn. Please be good, please be good. Okay, nice soft intro. Very good, getting a slight American feel. A little bit of Alanis Morissette. Okay. Ooh. Okay. It's really, God, it sounds really familiar to another song. I can't remember who. I'll put a thing in if I remember who it is. Yes, it's definitely going for like a chiller, slower tempo indie feel. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit underwhelmed, but there's lots of time left. It's nice. It's got a nice kind of pace to it. It does kind of sound like a national final song, I gotta be honest. It doesn't massively sound like an internal selection.
So I'm snapping 1, 2, where are you?
Like, it's good quality. I'm not saying it's bad quality, but my expectations, standards for Armenia, I'm listening out for a top 10 song.
Snapping 3, 4, don't need you here anymore. Get out.
Okay, so the snap is snap, you're gone. I think that's just going for lyrically.
'Cause I might snap.
Okay, a little bit more production coming in now with that piano. I did think that was needed. This does feel kind of in a similar vein to Iceland this year, but with a little bit more energy.
Oh, I might stop talking
I have to admit,
to
it does
people
not sound
before I snap.
like it's got a massive Armenian identity.
Oh, I might stop talking to people before I snap. Snapping 1, 2,
Oh, I thought it was over. We're not over.
where are you?
Yes, it's very country. It feels almost like one of the Dutch country songs, maybe.
Don't need you here anymore. Need you here anymore.
Yeah, it's steady. It's cleanly produced. It's solid. There's no risks really, but some nice flourishes here at the end. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's just, it's not Kami Kami. Yeah.
Might snap.
Okay. Look, I gotta be honest. I'm just disappointed with that. Let's just get that right out in the open. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm just disappointed with that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That could very easily be in the Danish or the Norwegian national final. Absolutely would not feel out of place at all. It is, look, the reason I'm disappointed is because that's worse than Kami Kami. Absolutely and utterly flat out, I will more than happily dispute that. Kami Kami is better than that by Milena, that won Junior Eurovision. So I'm just in the point that why is the Junior Eurovision song better than the adult Eurovision song again? I just don't get it. Why not keep your better song for adult Eurovision and I just don't get it. Maybe there's something about the process that I don't understand in why they can't do that. Maybe that song was already released and they couldn't use it for some reason. But from what information I have, I don't get why you would send your better song to Junior Eurovision. Fair enough, that means you can win it easier, but I think that you should be sending your better song to adult Eurovision. That was fine. It was inoffensive. I didn't feel much Armenia from there. I wasn't getting... If you had played that to me at the start of Eurovision season and said, which country is this? I think Armenia would have been in my bottom 10 countries I would have guessed. It just doesn't have a cultural feel to it, really. Yeah, I don't know. It's pleasant. Let's talk about the positives about it. It's pleasant. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a solid entry. Low risk. But low risk often can be low reward sometimes. Like, it's not bad. I don't want to say that it's bad at all, but by my expectations... From what I heard, knowing Armenia have been in the top 10 so much and their results in Junior Eurovision, that's why my expectations, and I even tempered my expectations before going into this because I felt like things were a little bit rushed and a little bit chaotic, and I'm kind of getting the impression that's why things were a little bit chaotic behind the scenes. I think they probably know that this is not their strongest entry and they were maybe looking for something else or a way to change it up, and they couldn't in time with the time frames that they had, and this is what they said, okay, this is our best product that we have currently in our hands, so let's just submit this. Let's go in for a second listen and see if there's any kind of epiphany. I don't think we're gonna have an epiphany, but let's just have a second listen where obviously I don't have to talk as much, I can focus a little bit more on what's going on. I wonder, was their strategy going into this lower risk, let's just try and qualify? I wonder if this is a like specific attempt to break that non-qualification record with something low risk. Because this feels very jury baity. It almost feels like something that Austria would have sent in the last 3-4 years. It's pleasant. It's nothing wrong with it. I just want a little bit more ambition from Armenia. I can see this being a lot of people's top 15, 20, 10. I don't see anyone have this really in their top 5 because it's just not enough divisiveness in its construction that would really make someone go, wow, this is my number one over all these other songs. It's got a real Scandinavian, Western Europe sound with an American, it sounds like a Western European interpretation of an American song. That piano coming in definitely is very welcome. Yeah, it's just too safe for me. I don't want this type of safeness from Armenia. I want to risk. If I had to sum it up in 3 words, safe, solid, bland. Sorry, that's just how that's what I'm getting from it. Those are the words that pop into my head. But in retrospect, this, for me, kind of explains why there was this slightly disorganized looking lead up to the song's release. I feel that fits in with the end product that we've been presented. Let's look at where this is. This is in the first semi-final in the second half. Now, this song is reputable. Like I said, I think this is going to do very, very well with the juries. It's got a quality to it. You can't really fault this as kind of like a good, well-constructed melody. I'm not saying it's super interesting, but it's not like messy at all in its construction. So I think it's definitely got that going for it. I think this has got a shot in the first semi. I definitely think the first semi is easier, plus this is in the second half of the first semi. I am getting slight vibes that the staging for this is going to be her sitting on a high chair with a guitar, which we've kind of already got with Portugal and Iceland, and they're also in that second half. So actually this second half now, I said in my Iceland video, which I published today, that it was only Iceland and Portugal as long as they're put apart. They also need to split apart Armenia as well. Obviously I didn't know what Armenia was coming with when I did that reaction, but these songs have got a very similar vibe. Monica Leo's kind of in the same vein as well. Lithuania, that's in the first half. That might get put quite early though. But yeah, it's gonna have it's got a little bit more competition now in terms of the kind of audience that it's going for. They're all gonna be competing for kind of the same jury votes. So I do think this has got a decent shot to qualify. I don't think it's going to qualify particularly high up, and if it does make the final, I do think it's going to be right side of the scoreboard. But I definitely think it's realistic that they can get that qualification streak. Maybe that's what they're aiming for. Maybe they're just like, look, we need to just qualify again. It's strange though that they're going for the win in Junior Eurovision, and then maybe in Adult Eurovision, I don't know what happened. Something's happened behind the scenes. If you are behind the scenes in Armenia, please let me know. If you've got the inside gossip, that would be great. But I think there would definitely be like some sort of story that sums up in a sentence. This is what happened with Junior Eurovision. This is what happened with Senior Eurovision. Oh, and you go, oh, okay, that makes sense. I understand now why there's such this discrepancy in kind of the quality and the risk and the interestingness of the entry that they've provided on each show. Let's have a look and see where this is in the odds. She's currently sitting at 20th in the odds. I think that's more a reflection of the fact that people haven't reacted to this yet because it's been a little bit of a quiet release despite being so late. Let's have a look at the Eurovision app because hopefully it's on the Eurovision app. This isn't on the My Eurovision app yet, but I will post the scores here and I might leave like a little comment if I have something in particular I want to say about that. I would imagine this is somewhere going to sit. I'm actually going to put my reputation on the line. I'm actually going to make a guess on where I think it's going to sit. I think this will come in around 26th. That's my guess. But, ooh, I'll be very interested to see where it is. I've never guessed where somewhere's going to end up in the Eurovision app before. Yeah, 26 is my guess. Let's see how I did here. I still am very, very rooting for Armenia. I really do hope they qualify. I do think they're going to get that feedback from enough people. I don't think I'm the only person who's going to point out the difference between Junior Eurovision and Senior Eurovision. So I think they're going to take that back and hopefully they make some changes next year. Maybe plan their Eurovision year just a little bit more strategically. Okay, that's what I think about Rosa Linn singing Snap. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'm seeing another Eurovision reaction video very soon. Goodbye.